In order for us to lay the foundation, we'd like to talk a little bit about how property taxes work in the state of Utah. In the state of Utah, there is a base property tax, and that is the prior year's revenue from property tax. Now, that base property tax is utilized to provide core governmental services, things ranging from property rights recordation to correctional facilities, to marriage licenses, to criminal defense. It's a wide variety of services, but these are core government services that are necessary for the well-being of the citizens of this county. Services are tied to property tax, which is by nature set in state statute to be a very stable tax base, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But we want to talk about how that tax base is derived so that there's a clear understanding in the public. We want to start by giving you an example. Let's assume that Davis County has 4 properties, and those properties all have the same value of $100,000. Now, the base property tax revenue received by the county is $1,000. And so, as you can see on this example, you take the total property value in the county, which is $400,000. You have your total base property tax of $1,000, and you divide that by the total property value, which gives you your tax rate. The tax rate here is, in this example, would be 0.00250. When you apply that tax rate to the value of the property, you have a tax of $250 on each property. So the total tax revenue equals $1,000, or the total base property tax is $1,000. Now, commonly a misconception is that if the county or the assessor in the county raises the value of a home, they are raising my taxes. Let's look at that scenario. Let's assume that all 4 houses double in value, and so now they equal $200,000. The total base property tax is still $1,000. The revenue received to provide those core governmental services is $1,000, and this is how that works out. Once again, you can see our total value is now $800,000. It's doubled. But you take that $1,000 of total base property tax and divide it by your $800,000. Your tax rate is cut in half. It is now 0.00125. Apply that to the property values, and once again, the homes are paying $250, and the total base property tax received by the county is $1,000. Now, naturally, not all homes are the same value. And so let's run an example in which we now have home values that have gone up and home values that have gone down. This one has the number 1 property has gone down to $120,000, where we had it before at $200,000, $250,000, $170,000, $310,000. The total base property tax is once again $1,000. So our total property value is now $850,000. We take the $1,000 of total base property tax, divide it by that $850,000, and our tax rate now becomes 0.00118. We apply that to the property values now. And you can see the lowest valued home at $120,000 pays a tax of $141. The largest home of $310,000 pays a tax of $365. So taxes vary, but the total base property tax remains $1,000 that the county receives to provide those core services. So regardless of how property values go in the county, the total base property tax remains the same. If property values go up, the tax rate goes down, and the base property tax is $1,000. If total property values drop, then the tax rate goes up, and the base property tax is $1,000. Once again, this is a very stable system. It was designed to be stable because it does provide funding for core services.